You guys, we have to talk about the latest bombshell coming from Kim Porter's daughters, because the details they are allegedly set to drop about their mother's passing are absolutely chilling. I know nobody has ever believed that Kim just died of pneumonia, but now we're talking about allegations that Diddy didn't just stand by while she got sick, but that he actually planted a germ to trigger the illness in the first place. Is it shocking? No, it's Diddy we are talking about. But were the girls initially forced to put out that statement, begging people to stop asking questions about Kim? Is it possible that they have come across irrefutable evidence about what happened to their mom? Well, allegedly, they have. Okay, can I just start by saying that researchers and medics have said over the years that the chance of a healthy 47-year-old dying so quickly from lobar pneumonia while under medical care is statistically very low. And I'm talking as low as 3%. So, what are the chances that someone like Kim, who had access to the best healthcare, would be part of that 3%? Pretty low, right? Unless, of course, there's something else that may have caused the illness to escalate. And that brings us to the first theory, loves. So, I don't know if y'all are aware, but there's this thing called lipoid pneumonia, caused by inhaling oils, like baby oils. And not a lot of people know about it. It's rare, hard to detect, and easy to misdiagnose if you're not specifically looking for it. And the worst thing is that the symptoms mimic other types of pneumonia. Now, we know that Diddy hosted his freak-offs for decades, which means that everyone he dated probably experienced the parties, including Kim Porter. And one thing that we have established is that there was a lot of baby oil involved. In fact, during the trial, Cassie said there was a kiddie pool filled with baby oil during an alleged event held at Montage Beverly Hills, and she claimed she got into the pool upon Diddy's request. Cassie also claimed that when baby oil was used at the freak-offs, everyone involved, including herself, would pour it over their bodies, and because Diddy wanted it heated and he wanted it to be glistening, they applied every 5 minutes. She also claimed that the rooms where the apparent freak-offs took place would have baby oil all over the walls and the door handles. In addition, the lawsuit that was filed by April Lampros highly suggests that Kim was also being forced to participate in the freak-offs where a bunch of baby oils were used. She described an incident that involved Kim Porter, alleging that she was at Diddy's apartment in Manhattan with Kim after they had returned from a nightclub, and Diddy told both of them to open their mouths and forced ecstasy down their throats. Then, based on what April said in her lawsuit, Diddy forced them to hook up as he watched and got off from watching Kim and April. So, did Kim attend the freak-offs? Possibly, yes. Is it possible that she may have gotten pneumonia from the baby oils after years of being exposed to it? Also possibly, yes. Number 2. Okay, there's something else called pneumonia play, which basically involves certain toxins that can be used to mimic natural respiratory failure. The idea is that these substances create a medical smokescreen, making a targeted hit look like a tragic, unavoidable illness to even the most experienced coroners. There are substances that cause acute respiratory distress syndrome, ARDS, or chemical pneumonitis, and these toxins cause the lungs to fill with fluid, essentially drowning the person from the inside while presenting symptoms like fever, coughing, and shortness of breath. Basically, if Kim was poisoned, the toxins would explain why the situation escalated rapidly when Kim was a healthy 47-year-old. Now, did the original coroner who conducted the first autopsy on Kim suspect foul play with the amount of a certain toxin that was found in her system? Yes, guys, yes. However, he was allegedly fired and replaced by another coroner who ruled her death as lobar pneumonia. And what I find really weird is that this coroner took 2 weeks to conclude Kim died of pneumonia, and right when people started questioning Kim's death a while back, the first coroner passed on. Baby, up until this point, I bet you can clearly see why people would say that the death was very suspicious. And as much as Kim's kids have tried to be very diplomatic about everything, word on the street is that they also suspect that there was foul play, especially the girls, who have allegedly raised this concern a few times. Let me take you back a bit. See, at the time when Kim was sick, Diddy said that a few days before she passed on, Kim sent the twins to him because she didn't want them to catch the flu she had. In his words, 3 days before she passed, she wasn't feeling well. She had the flu, and she sent the kids over to my house so they wouldn't get sick. One night, I was checking on her, and she was like, "Puffy, take care of my babies." She actually said that to me before she died. However, apparently the twins told 2 of Kim's friends that they were already scheduled to go to their father, and it was just a coincidence that their mom fell sick at the time. So, this basically implies that Diddy lied about Kim sending the kids to him without planning for them to go because he was trying to cover up the lie of whatever was already happening. In addition, I've also seen claims that after Kim died, Diddy reportedly kept the twins from having a relationship with the family in Georgia and has since isolated them from any communication, and it's almost as if the family doesn't exist. Why? Because this side of the family has never believed the pneumonia story. In fact, there were reports that Kim's family was seeking legal advice and was in pursuit to slap Diddy with a lawsuit for wrongful death. The family was even said to have physical evidence to support their case. Apparently, the family was, and still is, undeniably shattered by Kim's death because they feel like she didn't die from natural causes, and that they always suspected that Diddy was not treating Kim right. One relative of Kim even said she didn't like the way the relationship seemed to have changed her, and said that she didn't seem like herself when she was with Diddy. The relative was like, "If she was my daughter, I would be demanding that the investigation be reopened. I remember Kim as a little girl. She was just the sweetest little girl, and I remember how she grew up to be so beautiful and talented." Then she said she noticed a change in her when she started dating Diddy, and this observation has made them believe he is guilty of the crimes he has been accused of. In her words, "But I saw the change in her when we visited her out in California when she was with him. She was changed. Something wasn't right. Now I feel in my spirit he's guilty, but justice will just have to take its course." Also, do y'all remember Kim's niece, Raven? She is the one who filed a lawsuit against Diddy for wrongful termination as a Jane Doe before it was revealed that she's actually Kim's niece, Raven. A month after filing her lawsuit, Raven amended it to include her name, saying that she filed under Jane Doe because she was desperate to preserve her privacy and was terrified of possible physical harm to her and her babies. Now, as for what was in the lawsuit, Raven said that she was hired to take care of Diddy and his ex-wife Kim Porter's twins, Jesse James and Delilah, after Kim died in November 2018, and she moved into Diddy's Los Angeles mansion in order to provide help for the family. However, she said things went south after she informed Diddy and his team that she was pregnant, and she was fired. Now, she claimed the sole reason she was terminated as the family nanny had to do with her being pregnant, as she alleged Diddy told her it wasn't a good example for his twins to be taken care of by someone expecting out of wedlock. Well, based on what she spilled, the real reason why she was fired was because she was getting too close to the twins, and they started telling her things about their mother. She said that a lot of details didn't add up, and she even recommended that the twins should see a specialist. Allegedly, Diddy hated how close she was getting to the twins, and he feared that she might find out things she wasn't supposed to, like how, allegedly, the pneumonia story was a cover-up for what really happened to Kim. Actually, other than the family members, another person who has been close to Kim's girls, who has also raised the alarm, is one of Kim's besties, Kimora Lee. See, Kimora shared a cryptic post to her Instagram story after Diddy was arrested, alongside a heart emoji saying, "As you sow, so shall you reap." Unsurprisingly, many people assumed the remark was a comment on how Diddy treated her friend and the mother of his children before she died. In a follow-up post, Kimora wrote that she was starting a girl gang consisting of women who are aggressive in their support of other women, and asked everyone if they wanted to volunteer. In addition, she also posted a throwback photo of Kim Porter with a heart emoji, subtly telling us that there's definitely more to what happened to Kim. Based on reports, one thing that Kimora knows is that in the days leading up to her death, Kim was trying to get in touch with her primary doctor because she felt like something was wrong, but unfortunately, she couldn't get in touch with her doctor. Reportedly, Kim found it strange that the doctor didn't get back to her because she had never had a problem reaching the doctor before. Then Kim reportedly told Diddy that she couldn't reach her doctor, and he referred her to a different doctor. And get this, 2 of Kim's celebrity friends, allegedly Kimora was one of them, reached out to the primary doctor after she died, and the doctor supposedly said that he never got a call from Kim, and he didn't even know that Kim was sick. So yes, if the girls suspect foul play as well, just like everybody else, I totally see why. Maybe they are now old enough to understand things and look deeply into what truly happened to their mom. But I ask again, is it possible that the pneumonia was a perfectly staged medical cover? Were the girls initially forced to put out that statement begging people to stop asking questions about Kim? Is it possible that they have come across irrefutable evidence about what happened to their mom? You let me know what you think in the comments section below.